So, I have not made a video in a while. Usually I make my social commentary diatribes while I'm panhandling, because there are long spurts of nothing between. But fortunately, due to circumstances, I've had a reprieve lately from having to do that, because even though right now I've been sheltered, we are homeless, technically. Things look like they might change, probably just in time for the ultimate downfall of fucking humanity. We'll get our place, we'll be all happy, and all of a sudden, oh no, end of the world! Anyway, I felt like I had to. Now, I'm sitting on the toilet, which is appropriate for this particular video, because the video is about how America and pretty much everyone on the planet is full of shit, and I'm taking one. So I'm spewing shit out my ass and my mouth. How do you like me now? The thing, going back to the homeless thing, well, up until now it's been sort of a bad word. Homeless. Let's look at it this way. The reason we are homeless is because we had unscrupulous pieces of shit, tons of them, conspiring and combining and campaigning to fuck us up and over. I don't give a fuck if anybody believes it or not. That's just the way it is. Most people that are homeless didn't get there because they were crazy or drug addicted. They got there due to some fucking circumstance, usually someone's malicious fucking intent. Now, once you are homeless, hey, listen, you want to sit there and bag on homeless people because they're taking drugs? Fuck you. Go be homeless yourself. Let's see how long you do it sober. Let's see how, because whatever the particular drug is removing the pain from that person or doing something. Homeless are extremely pragmatic people. They don't want to do shit unless it fucking benefits them. Well, the reason that they're taking drugs is because you can't fucking live in your own mind. When everybody in society is fucking making an exile, pariah of you, how are you going to live? How are you going to fucking live with yourself? You might as well commit suicide. You just get fucking high and you say, fuck them. But you think you got a homeless problem now? Oh. Wait. The world hasn't even begun to see the fucking repercussions of what has been done. Because just like the weather and just like the economy, things move slowly. And so you make everybody stop working for a couple of months, which is fucking sane. Someone needs to put a bullet in Gavin Newsom's head. Or fucking, you keep people wearing masks so that it inhibits communication and it fucking causes divide among the population. There is nothing about any of the preventive measures that is scientifically sound, but what they are effective at is causing anxiety, aggression, divide among the people, and economic ruin. And the homeless, you haven't even seen the fucking repercussions yet. When all the people that can't pay rent because they either lost their job or can't go to it, so who's going to be out on the street? Either the renter or the rentee. One or the other. You know what I mean? It's the landlord or the renter. Someone's hitting the fucking curb. And it's going to be by the tens of millions. And, that's just a natural fallout of our pandemic process. Fuck you. How about this? Your pandemic process? It is funny how all the flare-ups seem to happen during a holiday. Always on a holiday. Let's squash the holidays. You know why? If we could get America to let go of their holidays for just 1 year, then it won't be hard to keep them letting go for the rest of the world time. Anybody who, the left on almost half of the country, you are some superstitious, fucking gullible, aggressive, gullible morons. It's like having the Special Olympics, except that the sports are gladiator. You guys are fucking stupid and aggressive. That doesn't work well in nature, because usually the stupid animals get eaten. But the homeless, if you're not crazy after a while, fortunately for me, I was drug addicted and crazy long before I ever left my mommy's home. So all the successes that happened since then, I don't know how that happened. Well, they were all during that situation too. So it doesn't have anything to do with that. I've been blessed because I have a strong mind, and even now it feels like it's breaking. But I defy anybody to fucking be put in that position and then somehow also have to conform to society's standards for image. Why the fuck would any homeless person want to be pleasant to be around, want to be cooperative, law-abiding, or any of that? If you cannot enjoy the perks of civilization, what's the point of being civilized? Because being civilized is only practicing restraint of your natural urges. Civilization, the laws, being civilized is what keeps me from murdering some piece of shit fucking moron on the street that tells me, wear a mask. Fuck you. Make me, bitch. This is even really the point of the whole video. The point of the video was that how the fuck is half of our planet a complete fucking moron? How does that work? The science. We've gotten to where we just use that word science like hallelujah. It's a religious term now. You know the only things that people are fanatically sure of, although they cannot prove them? God, or whatever gods you might pray to, and the fucking COVID-19. Because the fact of the matter is, all those doctors, they're fucking liars. There's a bunch of them that aren't. There's a bunch of them that are being shoved aside just like everyone else. If you speak against the lie, then that's what you're going to get punished for. So it's not every doctor, but every doctor you see fucking doing all this shit with tests and everything like that, they're not stupid, and they know the truth, and they're fucking lying. What are we at? 10, 11 months of this shit going on in America, or all over. And in America, the alleged death count is still less than 300,000. Now, out of those, if we let's start go auditing those death toll numbers, you're going to find car accidents. You're even going to find suicides from teenagers that are depressed because they have no future due to the fact that the fucking Democrats broke this world with their bullshit COVID-19 lie. So they killed themselves, and now some unscrupulous piece of shit is going to use their fucking tragic suicide as another unreported COVID-19 death. I mean, by the way, any teenagers watching this, don't kill yourself. Yeah, there never was any hope. There never was any future. That's all I'm saying. So if you perceive that all of a sudden there isn't now, well, there wasn't before. So if you were living then go ahead and keep living. Because at least you could be a fucking thorn in somebody else's ass. That's why I don't kill myself. There's nothing enjoyable about this fucking world anymore. It's turned into a complete fucking... What Conan and Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and whoever else, Tom Hanks and all these piece of shit celebrities, when you have been collaborating and participating in fucking furthering the fear-mongering, you're just becoming part of it too. You're complicit. Why is it that America would go through this sudden social change? Well, because someone has a fucking agenda. If you don't believe it, doesn't matter. Stick around. Just don't kill yourself for a while. You'll find out, assholes. Because these people are moving fast. If Trump keeps office, which he undeniably has to, because fuck letting a piece of shit cheat and lie to get their way in there, we're only going to get 4 more years. Those people on the other side are relentless. China comes marching in, fucking taking us over, telling you what to do, what you can have, what you could, where you could live, who you could be around, what your job is. Might not have anything to do with anything that you ever knew about. That's what's going to happen. There's no socialism. There's no democratic socialism. You know what democratic socialism is? It's like social distancing. It's a fucking oxymoron. Democracies and socialism don't work together. That's like a Nazi lowrider. You know, I know they're a prison gang. I got a bunch of friends in there. But real Nazis or real lowriders don't like each other. So when they come marching in, what do all these celebrities think? That they're going to get a fucking place that's reserved for rich people or something? Bullshit, motherfuckers. If that was the case, what happened to the ruling elite in China and Russia when the Marxists and the fucking Gang of Four and all these motherfuckers come in? And they all die. Shit, they'll just take my shit. They'll fucking take the rich people's shit and kill them. So, I just find it almost like I've always had a pessimistic, cynical view of the world and its intelligence. People are fucking morons. But the fact that these morons, prior to their exposure as a moron, have houses, have lives, have jobs, have things they're doing. How? If that's the case, how are you believing this? So now we get back to the 300,000 deaths, of which I would say not one of them is from COVID alone. There might be some kind of virus. For every virus that is real, that is deadly or very makes you real sick, there's 1,000 other ones that don't do shit to you. We are exposed to viruses. We're exposed to bacteria. We are exposed to everything. Throughout nature, throughout history, we have evolved. Now, whether we got into a better creature or not, I don't know. But somehow we broke away from the fucking animal kingdom line that we think of, and we managed to dominate the planet. If we were so fragile that you gotta wear a little French faggot perfumey flap in front of your face to keep fucking germs out, are you kidding? Really? This thing is so minute. They can't even barely see it with an electron microscope. You don't think it'll go in around the flap or what about into your eyes? You got soft membranes when you open your eyes. Because if that's the case, if it's going where, wherever it could find a way into your body, then I'm sure a lot of people must be sucking it up their asshole. Doesn't anybody do math? I'm very ashamed of America and the world as a whole. 300,000, let's just use that, the upper limit, versus 330 million. Now, a lot of shit's going to make people sick. You know what's going to make me sick at least one time this next year, if not several? I will drink too much the night before, and for the next day or two, I'm going to feel like shit. That's me, doing it to me. So what makes you think that, like, protecting against one illness is, what do you think, as a cure-all? Or wearing a mask is going to keep you from getting whatever else? Fuck. All that is it inhibits free speech. But here's what I don't get. Where in America is it the mask wearing itself, the hypercapnia, the fucking inhalation of your own body? Because everything else that comes out of a human body is fucking disgusting, especially a baby. They got pieces of guts and meat on them, and you gotta wipe them off and spank their ass, and then fucking give the little slimy, bobble-headed, no-neck motherfucker, hand them to mommy, put her on the table. Yeah, right, little people. Okay, so they're not strong yet. They gotta grow up. That's fine. But everything else. Name one fucking thing that is disgusting. Sploogie, disgusting. Snot, vomit, shit, eye boogers, earwax, sweat, I don't know, whatever, spit, I don't know whether, dick cheese, I don't know what the fuck. Oh yeah, and toe jam. Let's not forget that. That's some fucking disgusting shit. You see something gross on your foot, and you go and touch it with your fingertip. Now your finger, you're going to have to cut your finger off. 300,000 from 330 million. Do the math. Doesn't anybody do the fucking math? What would be 1% of 330 million? Oh, that would be 3.3 million, right? If 3.3 million people died, it still would not fall into the WHO or the CDC's parameters for an epidemic, let alone a pandemic. Pan just meaning that it traveled from one. It didn't travel. It didn't fly over the oceans. People, if they get something and then they fly back, that's man bringing it back. There's a big difference between something that crawled its way across the world and something that was conveniently paperboy dropped off on every house. But 300,000. Let's get back to that fucking number. 3.3 million is 1%. What's 1% of 3.3 million? Oh, 330,000. So we're under 0.1%, and even the authorities don't believe that fucking number. If anything, it would be half. If you think your chances of, you're so fucking afraid of dying of something that gives you a 0.1 or 0.01% chance of dying, why would you get in a car, ever? Why would you get in a plane, ever? Why would you go out of your house? Why would you stay in your house? Why would you live if you are so afraid of a fucking 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 1,000 chance of dying? Every time I step outside, there's a good chance. Sometimes people are walking down the street and a plane will fall on them. That's happened. I don't know what the odds are. It doesn't happen often. But I mean, there's so many ways. Well, let's go back to that one show that was on TV. 1,000 Ways to Die. And they exceeded that number a long time ago. More than 1,000 ways. Here's the one thing that we know for certain in life. Everybody's afraid of both of them. Oh my God. You're gonna die, motherfucker, someday. And between then and now, shit's gonna change. There's gonna be change and death. So why you're afraid of them, I don't know. Why would you be afraid of that? It's going to happen. You know that for certain. If you thought that you could alter that, then maybe you would have a reason to be afraid. Oh, did I not do something? Did I leave something? Sorry, buddy. I don't give a fuck. Nothing gets off this planet alive. Nothing. So why are we doing this? Does everybody, I used to hate Trump. Ironically, it is because of this whole fucking faux-demic that I don't. He was the first one to say it's a hoax, it'll go away, and he's been fighting that battle. You know what, if he fucking gave up on America and threw his hands up in the air and said, I tried, I wouldn't blame him. Wouldn't blame him one fucking bit. No way. Dude's put himself, he's done nothing but ridicule. And like some newscaster this morning was saying, 4 years of hearing all this bullshit about how Trump and Russia were in bed together, it's been unequivocally proven that Hillary and her crew and that whole side created this fucking lie just to try to, but he had to put up with it. He had to put up with hearing the shit. Now, when he wants to say something similar nature, which is fucking been on film, they got no film about Trump doing anything wrong. They got tons of videos and affidavits and all kinds of fucking evidence, overwhelming evidence, to win any other case in America, and yet still the Democrats go, this baseless theory. Fuck you. You're the liars that were stealing. That's why they say, if you steal, you will lie. If you lie, you will steal. They're both crimes of moral turpitude. Means you cannot be trusted to tell the truth. In which case, why? But they have the electronic devices, and you got, they're just, this is programming at its most base core. They're literally programming people into mindless fucking robots. People that I would have thought, hey, they're all right. But when you strike a chord of fear in people, oh man. And the one thing they could, if you pointed to an enemy of a country or a person, well, you could always get to those people or that country. But if you point to some invisible entity in the air, just wafting around like a ghost, then you can't see your foe. And that's why everybody, freaking out. That's because you didn't go to school, you stupid motherfuckers. You should have been paying attention and not playing with little Susie next door to you. Should have been learning shit. Because you didn't have a fucking dick and balls in anyway. Little Susie wasn't a whore yet. And the fucking whole sex thing didn't matter. So what the fuck were you doing not paying attention in science class and math? Basically, America and planet Earth, you fucking stupid-ass motherfuckers, half of the world went to school and the other half didn't, but the half that didn't is tougher? I don't think so. I've had to get rid of Facebook friends, people that I liked, because they are insane with fucking, if I could... Look at goddamn Lindsey Graham getting a vaccine. He's been talking about it badly the whole time, and now he gets it first. Well, go ahead, stupid left Democrat America. Take that fucking thing. See what happens. You think these people are coming out and risking ridicule and exclusion and exile just to make a name? Is that what it is? People fucking know. But you bunch of bovine sheep motherfuckers, you just keep going along. Even if you do know, you go along with it anyway. That's the point. There's no, I'm not buying the excuse, well, I didn't know. Fuck you. Fuck you, you didn't know. You did, and you made a decision to do the opposite of what you knew. The Democrats, the left, Bill Gates, all these fucking people, Fauci, that fucking reptilian lion piece of shit, They know that you know. And there's an unspoken, you're LARPing. That's what it is. Let's have live action role playing. You pretend like you give a fuck about me, and I'll pretend like I'm scared of something that you said. And okay, what's the end game? Where's the incentive? Do you win something at the end? Is that what's happening? That's what I think Conan and all the Jimmys and all the fucking celebrities, yeah, they got their little houses in Venturas with their little fucking, hey, here's an idea. For one thing, if you're a celebrity, I don't care if you fucking answer the phone in your house. Don't come to the phone looking gray-haired, disheveled, in your jammies with your fucking brats running back and forth. Fuck you. You're a celebrity. People pay you for your glamour. That's the only reason we want to see you. I can see regular people go acting, but 300,000 out of a year. In fact, America's total number of deaths is less this year than in preceding years. Now, wouldn't you think a pandemic should be taking more lives? Why do they have to be less? Because it's not real. The only thing that is real is people's fucking different agendas. And what I think a lot of people are having a problem with is why would Bill Gates get involved in politics in America? Or why would America get involved with it is one dip fuck came up with this plan and a bunch of people heard it. And for their own reasons, they said, oh yeah, I'll go along with that. Some people had this thing about racial inequality, systemic racism, whatever. Some people had this thing about, like Gavin Newsom, he's got some kind of agenda on his, or Bill Gates wants to depopulate the world. Here's a dude that his main goal after selling everybody computers is he wants half of them to die. And then all of a sudden he's going to get involved in biological humanitarian work? Excuse me? And then when you look at the shit that he's done so far, what? Do Democrats not read? Don't you have a doubting mind in the background? Aren't you worried that you could be wrong? I mean, you can't prove any of the shit you're fucking alleging. How is it you're going to be so aggressive about it? So but meanwhile, the lie is coming unraveling. Now they've had to do the new mutant strain in the UK. Okay, well, as my lovely wife Tracy said, the mutant strain. Oh, so that's going to make COVID-19 obsolete because the mutant strain is so deadly. Did you like that little? Then why are we getting vaccinated against COVID-19? Shouldn't we be going on to the next step, like trying to beat it to the punch and figure out where it's going next and nip that bud? You know. And when you tell people about the vaccine, they don't believe it. Oh, they would never. Why? Every fucking pharmaceutical company's lost billions of dollars due to fucking medical malpractice. Doctors everywhere are getting sued. If doctors were so capable and so honest, why does everybody say get a second opinion? Well, because the first one might be wrong. I'm ashamed of the world and the species as a whole, because while it seems like some of the people in the world are just moving along at light speed when it comes to progress and intelligence, there's a bunch of them that are trying to go back to the dark ages. What we're trying to do is replicate bubonic plague times. You notice it didn't work for them either. Because if a real pandemic was to happen, ain't no fucking mask, ain't no social distancing gonna... We haven't fucking rekindled bubonic plague or fucking scarlet fever or something, you're not going to be able to protect yourself. You're going to catch it or not. Some people walked around in plague times, shook hands with everybody, never did nothing. And they never got it. Some people fucking walked around scarlet fever times, never got it. Those are the people that are going to live. If something is meant to purge the population, it will. And the fact of the matter is, the vaccine, the reason that it doesn't do any good, is because there never was a fucking COVID-19 to begin with. But they're using this conveniently to be able to do their different agendas. One of which is central bank, the luciferase, the fucking, all your health updates. Oh yeah, it's like having a Fitbit inside my wrist. I'm sorry, but I'm not even a big fucking big brother, deep state hate motherfucker. I've been part of that. But still, if I want to go somewhere and not be found, I don't want there to be a fucking automatic chipping transponder beeping in my fucking asshole saying, hey, here he is. That's not this. I'm just so fucking pissed. Here we are. Today is, I think, the 21st of December. Going through social upheaval in America. The world is in fucking shambles. We're about to start a new year. You would have thought a year 2020, you would have clearer vision. But no, in fact, we don't. It doesn't bode well for 2021, does it? There's probably, I don't know, I can't imagine myself making too many more videos. It's just come to the point to where do you address the fucking insanity? We have real problems in the world going on, and everybody's looking at everything but those problems. Are we in a collective state of denial and refusal to accept things? Well, what's happening? Why don't we look at this shit? Why are we so selfish? Why are we such piece of shit animals? Why does helping your neighbor or another person, period, or not warring with people, or just why does being good at all for humans is so hard? I don't get it. I know why for me it's hard now, because after you treat me like a piece of shit for a while, then fuck you. So, on that happy note, let's just go off in peace. You don't have to listen to what I say. You don't have to like what I say. I would only beg you to keep an open mind and to not be so fucking closed off that you can't admit wrong if you are. If you are right, then it's time for people to step up. We're going to be making our little mecca around the world here pretty quick, and I'm not sure where I'm going to go, but I bet I end up in somewhere where people are fighting back. Because I'm not going to put up with this shit. This is fucking bullshit in America. We have, you don't get to alter the Constitution. I wasn't born into this country and then, okay, now we're going to change things. Fuck you. Go back to your own shit.